CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead.
Hey, Kevin, thank you.
DA, thank you. So here's Miami's starting group. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Dragic. And it's Adebayo in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Chicago, LaVine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter. Oh, wow!
And there's a reason LaVine was a back-to-back champ at the slam dunk contest. He doesn't waste an opportunity to put on a show.
To the paint. And Adebayo with the basket on the assist from Dragic.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Dragic gets the bucket.
And there is some intelligence behind the passing of Adebayo. Not flashy, but making smart ones.
And Bam Adebayo demonstrating a refined skill set that belies his nickname. Over 5 assists per game. He's a creator, not just a finisher.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all 3 looks.
And the Heat have given Adebayo the leeway to rip and run, baby. Make things happen.
And Kevin, an unselfish player who loves to pass. Even back in high school, playing with lesser talent, he made sure to find the others.
Back to White. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Will it go? And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
And in flashes, LaVine has shown he can be a star. Now, he has to put it all together on a consistent basis.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Robinson kicks to Crowder. Dragic against White. Butler on the wing. Floats one. He lays it in. Butler's got 5.
Now, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. LaVine, good. LaVine's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And that's exceptional body control from LaVine, contorting himself nicely for the contact and finish.
Here's Dragic from outside. Doesn't go for him. The Bulls have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. And LaVine, here we go. Doesn't go that time. Some solid defense from Robinson. Dragic finds Butler. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Flying around in the open court, LaVine can beat you with the jumper and the ability to play above the rim.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Goran Dragic. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Saransky's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And it's done in for White. The Heat also changing it up. Olynyk, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Iguodala comes in for Butler. And Hero subbed in for Robinson. Down low, Olynyk with the steal. One-on-one here. Floats it up for Iguodala. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Well, the teammates are always looking for Iguodala. He snakes along the baseline, and that time the recipient of the big alley-oop.
They get it again. Cornett. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Chicago. And Miami with a change here too. Jones is checked in. And the pass to Hero. The shot comes out, and it's Chicago the other way. Pass to Satoransky. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Outside, Jones. Here's Dragic. Count it. Good.
Yeah, Dragic was not going to be denied on that possession. A fiery competitor, and they needed that bucket.
Here's Dunn. And Dunn with the slam.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And now Jones running the floor all by himself.
And Olynyk doing a nice job just keeping the symmetry out there.
To the wing on the left. Dunn passes to Satoransky. Here's Cornette. Shoots the three. Hutchison's shot is off. And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for Miami. 4-point game. Hero passes to Olynyk. And stolen by Dunn. Young inside. Working on Jones. Young, good.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now.
Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by Dunn. Here's Satoransky, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Heat lead by 2. We'll get things started in the second quarter when...
You know, we should have energy, and we should be outplaying the other team.
Craig trying to turn their youthful exuberance into a weapon.
I like that he's focused on increasing their level of activity because it's something within their control.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
They've got Harrison. He's out there with Chris Dunn. Lauri Markkanen is out there with Valentine. And it's Hutchinson in at the four-man position. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Wendell Carter comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's White in for Chris Dunn. The shot by Harrison, no good. Miami leading by 4.
And with a name like Duncan Robinson, you wonder, were his parents Spurs fans?
Good call, GA, but I don't think so. He was born in 1994. That's a few years before Tim Duncan joined the Spurs alongside the Admiral. Good NBA name, though. Just a great show of Butler's upper body strength right there as he plays through the contact.
The shot by Harrison, no good. Heat shooting a magnificent 69% in this game. And there is the whistle. That goes on Kobe. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Valentine. Miami grabs the miss.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
What you love about Crowder, he gives you a little bit of everything at both ends.
I mean, defensively, he'll take on anybody. He's smart, draws a lot of charges. Offensively, he can stretch the floor, and he'll make the extra pass. He's also an opportunistic rebounder.
Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. White with the double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Jump ball.
So it's Chicago now. Bulls trail by 10. And there's Levine on the assist by White. Levine's got 11.
In a natural score, Levine is content to try his luck from just about anywhere on the court.
Adebayo, bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Crowder with the steal. Loads it up for Adebayo. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Ball's knocked loose. Butler with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
And he knocks down the first one. Robinson hits them both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
So for the Bulls, Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And Satoransky subbed in for Kobe White. Then for the Heat, Jones comes in for Jay Crowder. And it's Tyler Hero in for Jimmy Butler. Robinson goes in. A slam dunk by Robinson.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And Bam Adebayo has a chance to be a very good interior defender. The way he moves his feet, and because he's so physical, he's a presence down there.
Dunn, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. Olynyk, he's checked in for the Heat. Porter kicks to Satoransky. To halt the run. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
The awareness, something people don't always talk enough about with Porter. That's a great find there.
And Brent Story has it in his draft workouts. The Heat ran Adebayo to exhaustion, then put him to the test guarding wing players.
Yeah, they looked at him and said, in effect, you must not know who I am and the kind of work that I've done. He's got that kind of edge, and that's the thing that this Heat culture is always looking for.
Young's shot is good.
Good presence there. Already in his shooting motion, he spotted the open man and made the unselfish play.
Hero passes to Adebayo. To the wing right side. 51 seconds left to play here in the half. Dragic finds Adebayo. 4 on the shot clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. Here's Jones. Good defensive work there by Young. Bulls trail by 12. Dunn passes to Satoransky. Here's Jones. And the layup falls. Jones has got his second basket.
Well, Well, good job by Tyler just finding the open teammate and showing some good awareness.
Young, no good.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Here's Dunn. No good on that one. Dragic with some nice D. Here's Adebayo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You wonder just what it is that's next for Bam, as he's shown incredible improvement in a very short amount of time as one of the more versatile bigs in the league.
And Adebayo drops them both. And here is Valentine. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And so it's Miami. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following him.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5 points. And in the city of Miami, plenty of recreation, I guess you could say. But Shaq, the culture of this team. Thanks for joining.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
On the court for the Heat, they've got Jimmy Butler. Robinson is out there with Dragic. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Crowder in at the 4. White looking around. And Adebayo sends it back.
Good defensive play. Adebayo on the inside, helping out his teammates.
Here's Crowder. Markkanen pulls it in. Bulls trail by 18. Here's LaVine. And Adebayo sends it back. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Crowder. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
Now, some guys have a hard time finding their teammates in those possessions. Dragic is always looking to dish to get it to the open man.
The Bulls have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Markkanen from outside. That one misses.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And taken with the 30th pick back in 2011, Jimmy Butler went from 15th man in Chicago, riding the end of the bench, to franchise player in the course of 4 seasons.
And so Butler nails both of them. And Greg, it seemed in Chicago and Minnesota maybe Jimmy Butler wore out his welcome. Philadelphia, they had him and they had to juggle multiple stars, but man, Miami, the Heat handed him the keys and he has taken off.
And Kevin, he's shown himself worthy, lifting them to a top seed in the East and himself into the MVP conversation.
Dragic dishes to Crowder. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Butler. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And there's LaVine on the assist by White. LaVine's got 13.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
The shot by Adebayo, no good. Bulls trail by 20. And then LaVine with the jam.
And you can't let LaVine get that kind of position. When he does, it is just too easy as he plays above the rim.
Robinson finds Adebayo off on the layup. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Bulls. Rejected by Crowder. And he gets it back. They retain possession. And Carter with his second chance points.
Just an excellent all-around talent. Carter Jr. runs the floor with purpose. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another. Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see, because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way.
And Bones, when you look at Jimmy Butler's elite impact at both ends, you could argue he's the best two-way shooting guard in the NBA.
Klay Thompson might have something to say about that, GA, but certainly Jimmy Butler and his physical presence allows him to play a multitude of positions. So sliding down to the three and getting physical is something that Jimmy will do. We know that he'll take on any assignment and compete with it.
Pass to Iguodala. He kicks to Butler. Chicago grabs the miss. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Young taking his time here. Back to Harrison. Young outside. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Tyler Hero, he's checked in for Miami.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Free throw, good Butler.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Olynyk against Young. Right wing.
Come get it.
Here's Harrison. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Olynyk.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
For Chicago, they have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. Both shots good from the stripe. That's a 2 from Butler. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Miami holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. Their transition game has been in full effect. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So for Chicago right now, Harrison out there with Satoransky. Then it's Young. Then there's Valentine. And it's Hutchinson in at the power forward position. Butler kicks to Jones. Passes it to Hero. And there's the pass to Butler. Just 5 to shoot. From past the arc. Hero, no good. Bulls trail by 18. Outside, Markkanen. Valentine passes to Satoransky. Inside. Here's Hutchison. And he slams it one-handed.
You know, didn't need two hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. Outside Butler. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
And potentially the switch is flipped here for Jimmy Butler to take over and dominate in this one.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Chicago making some changes. Carter, he's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Denzel Valentine. And Levine subbed in for Harrison. Jay Crowder's checked in for the Heat. Robinson comes in for Andre Iguodala. Butler deciding where to go with it. 6 to shoot. Adebayo finds Robinson. Back to Adebayo. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Robinson's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, Bam Adebayo's so efficient right there. He picks a smart shot that fits his skill set.
Levine for 3. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Robinson against Satoransky. Now Robinson. Shoots over Satoransky. That one, no good. And it's Chicago the other way. It's Porter, it's out the key. Carter on the wing, defended by Crowder. Here's Markkanen, and the layup's good off the glass.
And Markkanen continuing to improve inside. I mean, utilizing his height. The D has a tough time matching up with somebody with his skill set.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Butler on the wing. Chicago grabs the miss. Carter's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Levine. Right side Markkanen. Here's Carter. That one's not going to go. Great D that time from Adebayo. Robinson passes to Butler. Porter pulls it in. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Chicago Bulls. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Heat.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Bam Adebayo.
Well, the tone was set by him defensively tonight. Recorded a number of blocks, and that was a big difference maker, intimidating the other team.
There's 53 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Hero passes to Butler. To the middle. Shot's good by Hero. And the Heat lead by 16.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Outside Robinson. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pulls up. And that one hits back iron. Outside Markkanen. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But
all right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. The Magic on their way to the locker room earlier tonight, defending. So here's Miami starting through. Jay Crowder out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Dragic in at the point. And for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier out there with Fultz. And it's Isaac in at the 3, the small forward. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
You simply cannot sleep on Crowder in transition. He's a speedy forward who will run the floor for easy opportunities.
Now, here's Isaac. Vucevic, the pass to Isaac. Over Butler. The shot off that time. And Miami the other way now. And here we go. It's Butler. Nice D from Fournier. Count that one from Isaac.
This is encouraging to see Jonathan Isaac finish through contact. He obviously will fill out that frame and add some weight, but the balance really impressive.
Now, here's Dragic. And Adebayo throws it down.
With strong athleticism, Adebayo can finish just about any lob with his large catch radius.
Well, it was a career year for Evan Fournier, just at the right time. Opted out of his player option over the summer, and he was a free agent.
And Fournier proved that he can put up numbers. Aggressive looking to create with the ball in his hands. This team got a great weapon signing Fournier.
On defense, Miami, following the score by Aaron Gordon. Here we go, one-on-one. It's Butler that time on the assist by Robinson. Robinson's got 3 assists in the game. For Orlando, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Gordon. Sweet move. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Well, you can see why his teammates love playing with him. Vucevic willing to find the open guy.
Dragic with it. Pass to Butler. Shoots over Isaac. And it's Butler missing. The Magic have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Gordon. Rejected by Crowder.
Well, Crowder known for his defense, and you love to see him get high for these rejections.
Ross is checked in for Jonathan Isaac. The Heat also changing it up. Olynyk, he's checked in for Crowder. Iguodala comes in for Butler. And it's Tyler Hero in for Duncan Robinson.
And a tough season a year ago for Aaron Gordon, Doris. Fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
You know, Greg, you're an former NBA player, so you know the history here. Trying to find a rhythm while fighting through injuries is very difficult to do. This guy's got unbelievable athleticism. He's sharpening his skills. I think it's just a matter of time for Aaron Gordon. Well, the presence of mind from Kelly Olynyk, knowing someone's open, finds him quickly.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, I think the things that Aaron Gordon has added to his game, specifically that reliable three-point shot, is a really welcome sign. This guy has an incredible upside.
For the Magic, Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. James Ennis comes in for Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. And Miami also making a switch. Jones is checked in.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And Jones sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. .132 left in the first quarter. A steal. Shooting foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Another shot. Gordon. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And it's Dragic with the ball for the Miami Heat, and the basket is good. Heroes got 5 points so far.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Well, this is one of Bamba's big-time strengths. Send it back, Mo.
Here's Augustine. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Floats it up for Iguodala. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. The finish and the dunk by Bamba.
Well, DJ Augustine has been around this league a long time. He does not miss open teammates.
Here's Hero. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Now Ennis. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. No good from Ross.
Unbelievable. He blew that look, guys. No clue what went wrong there.
With the putback. Up again. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. It's the Heat up by 1. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Orlando, the lengthy bigs inside, Isaac and Bamba. DJ Augustine out there with Carter Williams, and it's Ennis in at the small forward. Olynyk. 6 on the shot clock. And Butler, here we go. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Crowder finds Butler from deep three-point range, and Bamba pulls it down. Orlando, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Isaac's got the lead up to 3 now for the Magic. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Robinson, that's good.
Well, what a great look by Andre Iguodala. We know he's unselfish. If there's space for his guy, he's going to find him.
And Augustine kicks to Carter Williams. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Bamba inside. He's against Olynyk, and he makes that one. Ennis has got his first basket.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Outside Crowder. Butler against Carter Williams. And it's Butler missing. Orlando leading by 5. Pass to Augustine. Back to Carter Williams. Down low. And Bamba with the basket on the assist from Carter Williams. Bamba's got 4 points in the quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Robinson kicks to Iguodala. Outside Crowder. Back to Olynyk. Stolen by Bamba. Ennis passes to Isaac. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, the size and the length of Jonathan Isaac presents a problem for the defense. This guy uses that frame to draw fouls. Boy, Jonathan Isaac comes out of Florida State back in 2017. 6th overall pick. Obviously, with that high a pick, you think, oh, he's come out of his career a little bit slow. But this team believes in his upside and is committed to building with him.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Vucevic checked in for Bamba. Terrence Ross comes in for Ennis. Evan Fournier's checked in for Carter Williams. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. And the Magic making a change here. Gordon's checked in. And here's Dragic. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Lays it up off the glass.
And with Isaac, there is a lot to like. He could be a huge two-way forward for this team.
Right, Greg. A modern NBA big has got to develop a consistent perimeter game, which Isaac is working on. This guy's a big-time finisher right now. So with that frame and that age, this guy's upside absolutely tremendous.
There's the pass to Dragic. 58 seconds left in the first half of basketball. To the paint, Adebayo, and that comes off the assist by Jones. And it's 6 points for Bam Adebayo.
You see the offense coming around for Adebayo. Entered the league with raw skills, but he's had the benefit of great coaching.
Fournier dishes to Gordon. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. Gordon, the pass to Fournier. Gordon kicks to Fultz. They shoot again. Here's Vucevic. And at last, they get one to fall.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Passes to Dragic. Butler on the way. Now Adebayo. Vucevic defending. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
It's a problem trying to deal with the athleticism of Aaron Gordon. You've got to be more careful as a defender.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight. So he comes up empty, missing both. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that's going to do it for...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Magic leading by 9. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Bam Adebayo is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Dragic. Then it's Robinson. And it's Butler in at the small forward position.
There's a chemistry that Vucevic has with his guys. The alley and the oop.
Butler kicks to Robinson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Crowder, the pass to Adebayo. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Fultz with the ball. And it's Gordon missing. The Heat trail by 9. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Evan Fournier.
Well, you simply must respect the intelligence and all-around skill of Jimmy Butler. This guy has become elite on both ends of the floor, and he's done it by putting in the work.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
And so Butler nails both of them. Orlando leading by 7. Isaac outside. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. To the inside. Crowder with the steal. Here's Robinson. Second chance shot. Adebayo finds Robinson. Inside. The kick out to Dragic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Good at forcing the issue on the drive. When Dragic attacks like that, it forces the D to react.
Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for the matchup. Michael Carter-Williams comes in for Markelle Fultz. And Miami with a change here, too. Iguodala's checked in. Isaac passes to Vucevic. Isaac against Iguodala. Isaac kicks to Carter-Williams. Back to Isaac. Robinson against Fournier. Here's Vucevic. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
And although the passes aren't flashy by any means, Nikola Vucevic, a very effective playmaker at the pivot.
And Vucevic is very calm when pressed. Reads the defense well and makes the simple but impactful pass. Great in dribble handoffs. It's a big reason he averages almost 4 assists a game.
Terrence Ross is checked in for Bamba. Then for the Heat, Kelly Olynyk comes in for Robinson. And it's Tyler Hero in for Goran Dragic.
Boy, a burst of speed from Terrence Ross, his athleticism shining on that particular drive.
Hero passes to Crowder. Pass to Hero. Up top, Crowder. He's covered by Isaac. Got a piece of it. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Isaac with the ball. And Ross with the slam.
Well, tremendous understanding from the young Jonathan Isaac. How about that awareness for the young guy?
Hero passes to Iguodala. Crowder feeling it out a bit. Back to Iguodala. From outside the arc. Hero no good.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Ross, that's good.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Olynyk.
Olynyk giving the defense no time to react. Quick catch and shoot.
And Vucevic kicks to Ross. And Crowder comes up to help. Ross finds Carter-Williams. Just 5 on the clock. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Vucevic knows who he is. This guy is a close scorer, legit threat to finish it with authority.
Loads it up for Adebayo. It's stolen by Vucevic. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Isaac. And the rejection by Iguodala. And Vucevic throws it down. There's 47 seconds left in the third. pass to Adebayo. Here's Hero. And the three off target.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Back to Ross, down low. Here's Vucevic, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
This guy's so polished inside. Nikola Vucevic, great at being assertive and earning these fouls.
For the Magic, Gordon comes in for Jonathan Isaac, and Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. Then for the Heat, Jones checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Jimmy Butler comes in for Jay Crowder, and it's Dragic in for Andre Iguodala. Here's Butler, and he converts the layup. Butler's got 10 points in the game.
Wow, very close to a potential and one. Butler converting through contact.
Here's Fultz with 1 on the clock. No good at the rim. And so it's Orlando. 13 points up at the end of the period. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Fultz and Ross pair up to make the backcourt. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Fournier in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando. Clock at 4. Miami needs to get a shot off. Butler from outside. It's hauled in by the Magic. Gordon's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Vucevic with the bucket.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
The Heat trail by 15. Dragic looking it over. Kicks it to Jones. Outside Butler. Launches it. Rebound by the Magic. Here's the break. Here's Fournier. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Miami's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Dragic. Here's Butler. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
To the inside, and Adebayo throws it down.
I'll tell you, that's a pretty pass from Jimmy Butler, and you've got to have special vision to make it.
Outside Gordon. The pass to Fournier. Ross on the wing. Back to Fournier. Takes the 3. The Magic again can't hit.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Fultz against Robinson. Fultz, no good. The Heat trail by 9. Here's Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group. You can see it from the moment he caught the basketball. Jimmy Butler delivers again.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by Miami.
Jones in the post, defended by Gordon. Here's Butler, trying to get open is Adebayo. Good on that shot, and with that, the Magic lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Butler. Vucevic dishes to Fultz. Count that one. Fultz has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, this has to contribute to Markelle Fultz's confidence, showing right there he can get through the defense.
Robinson, and he banks in the layup.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
It took a shift in strategy, but it seems like they figured it out. Let's see if they can extend this run all the way to the finish.
Here's Gordon. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, Markelle Fultz continues to develop his floor awareness. Passes like that will create all kinds of chemistry.
Jones with it. Butler passes to Dragic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
And the Magic making a change here. Isaac's checked in. And Miami with a change here, too. Crowder, he's checked in for Jones. It's Fournier on the wing, guarded by Robinson. Back to Fournier. Odd pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And how about the court awareness there? Dragic, fantastic job spotting the wide open teammate.
We've got 22 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Adebayo. Yes!
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
On offense, here are the Magic. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation. Yeah, even I saw that one being telegraphed. The defense all over it.
Timeout called, the Heat. They're trailing by 3. 8 seconds left in the 4th. Guys, what do you think?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Greg, this is all about execution. Can you free an open man from the three-point line? That's what it comes down to.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
I think what we're seeing from Evan Fournier is this guy is a terrific young player who's willing to do a little bit of everything. Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
And so it's Orlando winning this one. It was a David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony. Let's do this. At power forward, Jay Crowder. Welcome. So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Dragic. Adebayo is out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's Robinson, and it's Butler in at the small forward spot. And for the Cavaliers, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Garland in at the point guard position. Now here's Drummond. Sexton, the pass to Drummond. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here, Greg. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5, because listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2" and you're 7'2", I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
And Robinson wide open, he shoots. Robinson can't get that one to fall. Love outside. Bucket is good.
Look, this is how you draw it up coming out of the locker room. 3 of 3 so far.
Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Butler on the wing. Outside Crowder. Back to Butler. And there's the pass to Crowder. Banked in off the glass.
Jimmy Butler is on it, staying alert, finds his man breaking free.
And as much as he commands attention on the court, Jimmy Butler content to skip the spotlight when he's off it.
You know, GA, nothing has come easy in his career for Jimmy Butler. All he does is puts his head down and works and works and works. And because of that work ethic, he has become an all-star. Love watching his progression.
Love with the bucket.
A lot of enthusiasm to the start of this game. So far, a perfect 4 for 4.
Outside Crowder. Pass to Adebayo. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Now Cleveland moving it up. Drummond dishes to Love. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
Pretty tall point guard. Goran Dragic sees the entire floor. Terrific look.
Adebayo with the ball. Butler on the way. Outside Robinson. Pass to Adebayo. Back to Robinson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Crowder. And it's Tyler Hero in for Robinson. Now, here's Garland. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Thompson's checked in. And then for Miami, Derek Jones comes in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Iguodala in for Butler. Dragic the pass to Hero. And Olynyk kicks to Dragic. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Now here's Dragic. There's the three. Shot's good by Hero.
A knockdown three-point shooter. Tyler Hero knows he has the green light to fire.
Nance against Jones. Nance passes to Garland. Here's the break. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Porter. Here's Thompson. Rebound by the Heat.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
And the slam dunk by Iguodala.
Some shooters get tunnel vision, but Tyler, keeping his eyes up and his options open, delivers a great pass.
Now here's Nance. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Shot to stop the run. Here's Windler. Pass to Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
And this is where Thompson likes to get his touches, right at the basket.
Miami's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Dragic the pass to Jones. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. Iguodala with it, picked up by Thompson. The Heat need to get a shot off. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. The pass to Garland. Here's Windler. Thompson, high post. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Heat lead by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And you can't cause those mistakes unless you're willing to gamble. So far, they've rolled the dice, and it's paid off.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Cleveland, Nance and Thompson are up front. Porter is out there with Sexton. And it's Windler in at the 3 slot. Here's Thompson. Heat knocking down the tray. From deep. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. The Heat leading by 4. And some controversy last season. Andre Iguodala traded to the Grizzlies. We know he didn't report, Greg, just stayed in the Bay Area until a trade could be worked out to Miami.
I'd call that a power move, Kevin, no doubt. Iguodala, a respected vet, wanted to play for a contender, and he got an extra year and $15 million in the deal.
Greg, so many people know your story, born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons,
right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
The reach of Bam Adebayo is off the charts, using it well with that block.
In transition, here come the Cavaliers. From down low, Porter. And Porter putting it right back in. Porter's got his first points in this one.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Shot's good by Iguodala.
Superior muscle from Iggy on that possession there. Just a stellar job using his girth.
Here's Thompson. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Here's Crowder, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. Crowder's got the lead back up to 4 now for Miami. It's stolen by Adebayo. Robinson with it. Now guarded by Porter. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Thompson passes to Osman. Great D that time from Adebayo.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
A different look now for Cleveland. Andre Drummond comes in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Garland in for Porter. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively. And you talk about guys who play with that chip on their shoulder. Bam Adebayo has not forgotten he was cut from the U.S. national team in 2019.
And Greg, in fact, he told those close to him they will pay. A little extra motivation, fuel for the fire. Man, you know Bam Adebayo knows his role, doesn't play outside of himself, and he's a quality teammate too.
The Heat leading by 8. Here's Crowder. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Osman kicks to Sexton. They need this. That shot off. Now the Heat take it the other way. Here's Butler. Good D from Love.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Windler's checked in. And Miami with a change here too. Dragic is checked in. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And at last season's trade deadline, Andre Drummond traded away basically for a second-round pick. A shockingly low return for a guy who was once considered a franchise player.
Nancy's checked in for Kevin Love. And Miami with a change here, too. Heroes checked in. And it's off from three-point range. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Here's Osman. No points in the game yet for him. Nance with no one around. Gets a very good look and converts. And Greg, why is it that the Pistons got so little in exchange for Drummond?
Well, I think he was an impending free agent. I think Detroit looking to rebuild. Also, it says something about the center position in today's game.
Here's Hero. Larry Nance making his last shot. Oh, that's blocked.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
Here's Windler. Defended by Crowder. Osman kicks to Garland. He feeds it to Drummond. 4 on the shot clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. A different look for Miami. Olynyk comes in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Derek Jones in for Crowder. Miami leading by 6. Outside Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
I love his mindset on that drive, Jimmy Butler. No one wants to get in his way when he's on the attack.
Garland, the pass to Drummond. And stolen by Butler. Oh, and here comes Dragic all alone. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Heat shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Here's Windler. And so it's Miami. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the 3rd quarter soon to follow.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us. Ernie Johnson. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. Well, he spent a few years. And that's going to...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Jay Crowder, he's really been playing well.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. Jay Crowder out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Dragic in at the 5. Sexton's shot is good.
That's a good look by Kevin Love. The decision-making with the ball in his hands makes him different than other fours.
Robinson for 3. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now tonight. It's stolen by Dragic. Pass to Butler. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Drummond's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Sexton slams it in.
You know, another reason Sexton gives opponents nightmares. Almost impossible to stick with him in the open court.
Robinson kicks to Butler. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. To the middle. And Dragic gets it to go on the assist by Robinson. Robinson's got his 4th assist in this one. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Adebayo misses the baby hook. Dan Love's got the ball here for Cleveland. Here's Sexton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Jay Crowder. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I picked bigger guys.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Olenek, he's checked in for Crowder.
A rare bad trade by the San Antonio Spurs. Dragic was their 2nd-round pick in 2008. They traded his rights to the Suns for a player who didn't even make the roster.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Osman. That shot missing. Some solid defense from Robinson. Dragic the pass to Adebayo. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And the Cavaliers making a change here. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Sexton dishes to Thompson. Porter passes to Windler. And there's the feed to Thompson. Great D that time from Adebayo. He'd have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Iguodala kicks to Robinson. Good ball movement here by Miami. Fires for 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 6 assists in the game.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Stolen by Robinson. And now in transition, here we go. Iguodala. Yep, it counts. 6 points for Iguodala.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
It's stolen by Dragic. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Iguodala's running. Great communication on the alley-oop. And the Heat lead by 18.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
And here are the Heat. They're on a 13-4 run. And out of bounds, the Cavaliers will take it.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Drummond's checked in for Thompson. The Heat also changing it up. Jones checked in for Adebayo. Butler comes in for Robinson. And Hero subbed in for Andre Iguodala. The Heat leading by 16. Dragic finds Jones. That one off the back iron and out. The Cavaliers shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Porter passes to Windler. Back to Porter. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
On the wing, Jones. Here's Hero. Misses the three. Cavaliers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And it's Drummond missing. Miami's on 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Butler, and slam dunk by Butler.
When you throw it ahead to Butler, he's a fantastic dunker. Really gets it up and throws it down.
To the paint, here's Porter. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Porter's got 6 points.
Phenomenal defense there, but even better offense.
Jones from outside. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Miami with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've kept the... And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland is out there with Porter. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. To the inside. The shot will not fall. The Cavaliers trail by 14. Love right side. And it's Drummond with the jam.
A man among boys on the offensive glass. Andre Drummond picks up a lot of extra points this way.
Dragic, good work there as it goes.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
And Love gets it to go.
Defensively, you can take away the 3. You can take away the lane, but Kevin Love shows you the touch from mid-range.
They get a hand on it. Porter with the steal. It's 2-on-1. And here we go. And a missed layup. The Heat leading by 12. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
Garland. Miami grabs the miss. They led by as many as 18 points. Here's Butler. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, they are really starting to push it now.
Cavaliers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Garland, no good. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. A different look for Miami. Adebayo is checked in for Derek Jones. Robinson is subbed in for Hero. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
There's not many that dunks it as powerful as Andre Drummond. He's explosive at 280 pounds.
Pass to Adebayo. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Robinson against Porter. Robinson dishes to Crowder. Back to Robinson. Just 5 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. No good. So Cleveland will take it the other way. Tries it from 9. Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Porter. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Passes it to Osman. The pass to Drummond. Knocked away. Crowder with it. He's picked up by Drummond. Here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
I love that about Jimmy Butler. Sees a little bit of daylight, takes it, and slams it.
Kicks it out to Love. Out to the right wing. Garland, the pass to Drummond. And Adebayo sends it back. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's foul number 2 for him. Sexton, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And so it's Crowder with it. He'll bring it up for the Heat. It's a 14-point game. Back to Dragic. Pass to Robinson. Down low. The kick outside to Butler. Outside Crowder. Pass to Dragic. Just 5 to shoot. Robinson for 3. Garland with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. The first one falls. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Ante Zizic is checked in for Andre Drummond. Jordan Bell comes in for Kevin Love. Dante Exum, he's checked in for Colin Sexton. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Garland. And a new group in for the Heat. Silva's checked in. Hill comes in for Butler. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Robinson. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Goran Dragic. Iguodala finds Hill. Maybe at this point, not much of a chance for a comeback.
Yeah, you got a better chance of walking through a lion's den with pork chop underwear on.
Now, here's Nunn. Fires the 3. No good. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The nighttime activity on Ocean. And with...
Hey, Kevin,
everyone talks about the Heat culture. It is special. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the 5, down low. And for the Heat, Robinson is out there with Dragic. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Jay Crowder. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Dragic. Wendell Carter unable to get his last shot to go. Robinson drives in. Outside Butler. 5 on the clock. Second shot opportunity. Adebayo passes to Butler. The layup missed.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Oh, wow!
Nice. Got to give Levine some love. Many of the dunks he pulls off are just flat out nasty.
And when Zach LaVine gets hot, he gets scorching hot. Can completely take over a game.
Oh, GA, you know it. And last year, Levine made 13 threes in a single game. That's one off the record set by the Splash Brother himself, Klay Thompson. Now, when Levine gets going, he can be absolutely unstoppable.
With the teardrop, shot by Crowder, no good. Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And that one's good by Porter.
It's not an easy finish for Porter. I mean, that'll get him pumped up. Always nice to score against that kind of physical team.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Dragic finds Butler. Back to Dragic. Here's the 3. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
A blur in the open floor. Levine is great at hustling and converting in transition.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to Robinson. The 3 ball. Chicago grabs the miss. On the wing, Levine. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Miami with the ball. Looking for the first basket of the game. Inside. And Adebayo with the basket on the assist by Robinson.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Well, now that they have that monkey off their back, hopefully they can settle down and execute.
Levine dishes to Carter, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
Oh, and the potential Carter Jr. has is enticing. A multi-talented big who plays with the real competitive fire.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Olynyk, he's checked in for Adebayo. Derek Jones comes in for Jay Crowder. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for Butler. And Hero subbed in for Robinson. Here's Satoransky, and the shot goes in.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
There's a minute 47 left to play here in the first. Here's Hero. Outside Dragic takes a 3. Done with some nice D. And here's the fast break. Dunn leading the way. A shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got two terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Gifted scorer around the rim. Olynyk can finish over either shoulder, and he's got great touch.
It's Young on the wing. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Cornette. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Hero passes to Iguodala. And stolen by Valentine. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. The Bulls have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Valentine wide open. He fires. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Hero passes to Jones. Outside Dragic. To the left side wing. Here's Hero. He's still scoreless so far in this one. That one falls.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
In the middle, it's Olynyk and Adebayo. Hero out there with Iguodala. And it's Jones in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Dunn shot's good.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Jones finds Iguodala. Now here's Olynyk. And the call. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Done with it. Now defended by Adebayo. Pass to Harrison. Now, here is Young. Here's Cornette. Rebound by Olynyk. The Heat trail by 9. Adebayo down low. Young's there. Here's Jones. Here's Olynyk. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. And Valentine gets it to go on the assist from Dunn. And the Bulls lead by 11.
What unselfishness from the young guard, Dunn. He's making more of an effort to distribute the ball.
Now Jones. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Shot clock at 5, and the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
And a new group getting ready for Miami. Crowder, he's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Jimmy Butler comes in for Jones. Robinson's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Dragic in for Hero. And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Robinson against Satoransky. Clock at 6. Robinson passes to Crowder.
And once in a while, a team will have this kind of night where nothing is working, but it's still early. They have a chance to play themselves out of this funk if they just keep battling.
And yes, it's good.
At 6'7", Jay Crowder weighs as much as some centers. He's built for contact.
And so Satoransky will bring it up for Chicago. Here's White. Dragic with some nice D.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
The Bulls leading by 9. Butler with the steal. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Adebayo. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Adebayo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And this is the level of unselfishness that Butler brings. A total pro who moves the ball well.
And there is the whistle. That goes on Kobe White. That is his first foul of the game. Chicago making some changes. Wendell Carter comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Porter. And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
It's Robinson high post. Outside Butler. Outside for Robinson. Back to Butler. Outside Crowder. Clock is at 3. Butler passes to Adebayo. And again, it's the Heat missing.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration that time.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Here's LaVine. Satoransky up top. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Butler against LaVine.
Few guys are as good as Jimmy Butler defensively. I mean, he plays with great intelligence and effort.
And Robinson throws it down hard.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going. Hard
not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. No good on the triple. The Heat trail by 5. Here's Robinson. Satoransky grabs the miss. Here's White. And White with the stuff.
No easy way to stop White on the drive. He's got speed and agility on his side.
Robinson passes to Adebayo. 1 second left. And so it's Chicago bringing the... Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Chicago holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They have a nice 7-point lead.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for Chicago right now, Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the 5. The Bulls leading by 7. And White kicks to Markkanen. There's the pass to Carter. Kicks it out to Markkanen. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Carter's got 3 assists tonight. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And see, well, last season, pretty much a lost year for Otto Porter. Dealt with that foot issue the majority of the year. That just kind of kept him out of the rotation.
Yeah, GA, I mean, I feel bad for everyone. The team viewed him as a key component, and he was just gone. I mean, he was able to come back right before the season suspension. Porter's still young, and he's looking to reestablish himself as a solid wing this year.
6 to shoot. Butler deciding where to go with it. From deep three-point range, no good from Dragic.
But this is not the start they wanted coming out of the break. 0 for 3 so far, and they're not playing with much intensity.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Heat trail by 13. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Dragic has it in the corner. Here's Hero. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. And he makes good on the layup.
An 0 for 3 start to the first half is finally behind them. I mean, now maybe they can get something rolling.
Levine kicks to White. For the 3. No good that time. Now the Heat take it the other way. To the middle. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Butler is so strong. I mean, when he completes plays like this, I mean, it earns himself that extra chance from the line.
Jones checked in for Miami. Iguodala comes in for Goran Dragic. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Young's checked in for Markkanen. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Levine. And it's done in for Kobe White. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And here is Butler. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Chicago called for the foul.
And you can't be too aggressive with Butler. That's just a recipe for failure.
Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for the Bulls. Good on the second free throw. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
And he knows it, too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he didn't.
Bam Adebayo's checked in for Olynyk. Young with the steal. Fast break. Here they come. And Young slams it home.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And when you think about it, Thaddeus Young, he can be a thorn in the opposition side. He's just a great disruptor on defense. I mean, he has long arms, good timing to get those deflections.
Chicago making a switch here. Satoransky's checked in. 1:43 left to play in the third. Iguodala, the pass to Hero. Got that one. The Bulls lead has been cut to just 11 on the basket from Adebayo.
And with Young, I mean, his game has evolved over the course of his career.
Well, think about it, Jay. When he came into the league, he was an up-and-down tweener. I think what's made him more consistent of a player you can rely on, is his defense has improved, and along with his shooting. Now, he uses different methods, but he still gets it done as a vet.
And some changes here for the Heat. Crowder comes in for Jones. Robinson is subbed in for Tyler Hero. Iguodala kicks to Butler. To the paint. The kick out to Crowder. Good ball movement here by Miami. Butler, no good. The Bulls leading by 11. There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. In transition, here comes Miami. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Getting out on the break. Butler completes the transition play.
For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Good on the bucket. Dunn's got 8 points.
Oh, you get it inside like this, you're going to get a high percentage shot almost every time.
And Butler, here we go. That one drops for him. The Bulls have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Dunn kicks to Satoransky. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
Just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
Here's Butler. Drops in the layup for 2. Butler's got 10 points here in the second half.
Oh, you got to admire Butler's toughness. I mean, he's always ready to take on the defense and score on them.
Here's Hutchison. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Bulls out front. They're up by 9. Back after this from the American. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Dragic. And Adebayo is out there with Jay Crowder. And there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Robinson in at the shooting guard. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
Butler letting it all hang out. This is why he's an all-star caliber player.
Right side Levine. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That is his first foul of the game. So it's Chicago now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
I love when guys are alert and aware on D. Great job to prevent the entry pass.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And it's Butler with the jam.
Wow, an explosive athlete that can beat you inside and outside. Butler's a complete player.
Chicago calls timeout. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
The free throw drops for Butler.
Now, the competitive edge that Butler gives to this team is important because he doesn't take any possessions off.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Dragic left side, back to Butler. And stolen by White. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Chicago Bulls. 3-point lead. Left side, Markkanen. Back to Levine. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Butler on the wing. Pass to Adebayo. And there is the whistle. That goes on Kobe White. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Miami making a change here. Heroes checked in. Over to the left wing. Dragic with a wide open look. From outside, off the mark. Chicago leading by 5. Here's Levine. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And the wily strength of Levine. I mean, he does a great job fending off the defense on the way up.
Hero passes to Adebayo. Butler on the wing. Stolen by Markkanen. Levine with it. Now defended by Adebayo. To the inside. The kick out to Porter. On the wing, Porter. Lets the three fly. And it's Dragic with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Butler. Chicago has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Levine wide open. The three-pointer no good. The Heat have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Chicago making a switch here. Satoransky's checked in. Here's Adebayo. That one, no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Here's Levine. And the jam by Levine.
Absolute wrecking ball on the drive. I mean, Levine is all about dunking it with authority.
The Heat trail by 7. Down low, Adebayo lays it up and banks it in.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And Butler has been in these spots before. I mean, he's comfortable having the ball when it matters most.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Pass to Levine. On the wing, Porter. And here's Levine to the left wing. Markkanen kicks to Levine. Back to Satoransky. 5 to shoot. Beyond the arc. Here's Carter. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Out to the wing. All sorts of time. Hero, no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his 3rd foul of the game. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Levine feeling it out a bit. Passes it to Satoransky. Dishes it to Porter. On the wing, Levine. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From past the arc. And it's Dragic with the rebound.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, the game got away from them, but hopefully they've learned some things, and hopefully they'll be able to make some adjustments next time.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
None passes to Iguodala. Off target from three-point range. Outside, Levine. From deep. Bangs home the trifecta. And now it's a 10-point Bulls lead.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game.
A look at the Magic starting group. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier out there with Fultz, and it's Isaac in at the small forward. And for Miami, they've got Adebayo. Dragic is out there with Robinson. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Butler in at the small forward position. Now, here's Vucevic. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And Clark, you can see Nikola Vucevic following the trend of many other centers in our league. He's incorporating that three-point shot into his arsenal.
Well, how about these numbers, Greg? I mean, Vucevic was taking over 4 threes a game. That's like a perimeter player on some teams. I mean, he shoots a respectable clip from that range, but I think it's part of just trying to keep other centers honest as to why he shoots that many.
Really easy to appreciate Isaac. I mean, a solid teammate who's always ready to share the sugar.
Robinson finds Dragic. Isaac against Butler. And stolen by Fournier. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Fultz with the ball. Robinson picks him up. It's stolen by Adebayo.
Oh, that's a tough pass to make there. He had a very narrow gap to squeeze it through and just couldn't get it done.
And Butler with the second chance points.
You know, rebounding is effort and relentlessness, and Butler has that, and he's also a high-energy guy whenever he's on the court.
Back to Gordon. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Dragic kicks to Butler. And, oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Gordon. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. For Miami, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. The kick out to Dragic. Back to Crowder. Butler on the wing. Clock at 6. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Butler's got his second bucket of the night.
Really hard to stay with Jimmy Butler because he's so good at getting shots up and in past the defense. Just has a real knack for scoring even when challenged.
Now here's Fultz. Offline with his 3. Puts it up for Adebayo. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
With strong athleticism, Adebayo can finish just about any lob with his large catch radius.
Here's Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Nasty. I'm talking filthy. Butler punching it and getting his teammates on the bench amped up.
And it's put back in by Vucevic.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
Passes it to Butler. The Heat need to get a shot off. And the shot's good from Crowder. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. Now here's Dragic. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. Dragic the pass to Iguodala. Outside Dragic. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Nice shot there by Bamba.
When you look at Bamba, he has extraordinary length. And because of that, he's able to finish over most defenders.
Crowder, the pass to Adebayo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Vucevic.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And the Heat with some changes. Olynyk, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. And Jones subbed in for Goran Dragic. Then for the Magic, James Ennis, he'll check in for Vucevic. Carter Williams comes in for Isaac. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz.
And DJ Augustine, a veteran guard who's always had an impact when he's on the floor. He gives you leadership, shooting, and playmaking off the bench.
Tell you what, Greg, when he was with the Pacers during my time working for the team, I really grew to appreciate and respect his game even more than I did from a distance. You're exactly right. I mean, he's a barometer for just about any team he's played on, and that when he plays well, it lifts everybody else's game. That's just the kind of experienced, calming effect veteran he is.
There's 31 seconds left here in the opening quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Adebayo, and Adebayo throws it down.
Don't take your eyes off Bam. When he comes off the floor, he gets up and the slams are just too good to miss.
Jones kicks to Adebayo for the finish. Whoa, that was a strong dunk.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Bamba. Miami grabs the miss.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. In the middle, it's Olynyk and Adebayo. Iguodala out there with Hero. And it's Jones in at the 3 spot.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect. Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Here's Hero. The Magic getting the bucket. Olynyk controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Jones following the miss by Mohamed Bamba. Offensive rebound, and that's dunked by Olynyk.
Often you find him out on the wing, but Olynyk seizing the opportunity to go inside and dig out that extra possession.
Ennis dishes to Ross. And Iguodala comes to help. Ennis passes to Ross. Back to Ennis. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Snatched up. Bamba kicks to Ennis. Goes back up. Back to Bamba.
Bamba loves using that shot fake to fool the defense there. He's got a little trickiness in his game.
And Clark, last season for Mo Bamba, another step in his progression. Still limited minutes. The team waiting for things to click for the young man.
Agreed. I mean, it's the offense that needs the most work, Greg, but they knew he was going to be a project. They knew this was going to be a work in progress with Mo Bamba, but his defense is already there. I mean, he can hit the glass and protect the rim with the best of them.
It's good. Vucevic has got his second basket of the night.
Superb body control by Vucevic, bouncing off the defense and burying the shot.
The kick outside to Butler. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
The Heat shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort. Yeah, a nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Butler deciding where to go with it. Isaac with some nice D. Here's Vucevic. He'll bring it up for Orlando. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Great positioning on the putback.
Boy, established his position with a strong base. You got to box out Vucevic better than that.
Robinson passes to Dragic. Butler against Isaac. And slam dunk by Butler.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
They get the rebound. And the pass to Butler. And he gets it to go. Butler's got 16 points.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
The Heat leading by 22. Dragic with it. Now guarded by Fultz. And that one's good by Butler.
Easy to see why Butler gets so much respect for his competitiveness. I mean, he thrives at finishing through contact.
Inside and stolen by Butler. Robinson drives in. Isaac against Butler. No good. Isaac with some nice D. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And it's Gordon missing. For Miami, they've gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Vucevic with the block.
Get that weak stuff out of here. You can't come weak like that against Vucevic. He's going to send it back at you.
And Robinson wide open. He shoots. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got assist number 5 here tonight. Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Miami Heat. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey. Big-time play throughout the first half for Jimmy Butler. He had 18 points. And
after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
Tipping off the second half, here's Steve Clifford's 5. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Markelle Fultz out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Isaac in at the 3. Another shot outside for Robinson. Pass to Dragic. Butler on the wing. 5 on the clock. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And, you know, Butler thinks the game as well as he plays it. He's a smart player. I like how he uses the pump fake to draw the contact.
Tyler Hero, he's checked in for Duncan Robinson. And so Butler nails both of them. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him #1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. And it seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Fultz finds Gordon. Good. Gordon's got 6 points.
And Gordon's jumping ability combined with his reach make him a difficult matchup for any defense, especially when he's operating in the post.
Here's Adebayo. Outside Dragic. Down low. It's stolen by Vucevic. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Here's Fultz. That one wide left.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
It's stolen by Vucevic. Feeds it to Gordon. Shoots over Crowder. And it's Gordon missing.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Tell you what, you cannot let Butler get loose in these fast break situations. He's too quick and too smart in the open floor.
Fultz kicks to Isaac. Back to Fultz. It's Fournier on the wing, defended by Butler. The baseline J. They get it back. Goes up again. Fournier's shot is off. Here's Miami now. A big stretch here going 10-2. And slam dunk by Butler.
And how about the leaping ability? Butler gets off the ground so fast, especially on these alley-oops.
Vucevic finds Gordon. Misses from short range.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
Now Dragic. Pass to Butler. Launches it. It's hauled in by the Magic. Vucevic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Gordon dishes to Fultz. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Olynyk, he's checked in for Adebayo. Jones comes in for Jay Crowder. Robinson's checked in for Butler. And it's Iguodala in for Tyler Hero. And the rejection by Iguodala. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Ross. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit. Maybe lost concentration, too.
Iguodala no good. Magic shooting about 26% out there. They need to get a better look. Bamba wide open, and he fires. The Magic again can't hit. And it's the Heat on the break. Olynyk with it. Bamba picks him up. Outside Robinson. Shoots the 3. Ross grabs the board.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Well, I think this speaks to Mamba's mobility, guys. He's showing how dangerous he can be when given space to operate.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Ross. Kendrick Nunn, he's checked in for Miami. There's 39 seconds left here in the third quarter. Iguodala, that's a 2-pointer. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists in the game. Bamba against Olynyk. He gets it in there.
You know, Augustine is a scoring point guard. He's crafty, but he's highly skilled, and he knows how to put the ball in the hole.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
The Magic shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. Right wing to the inside. And the dunk by Bamba.
Boy, I tell you, Bamba's wingspan and his standing reach is ridiculous. This dude was born to throw it down.
Nunn passes to Olynyk. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Miami Heat leading by a full 31 points at the end. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Kendrick Nunn. He's out there with Iguodala. Myers Leonard is out there with Jones. And it's Silva in at the 4-man position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Iguodala, the pass to Silva. Back to Iguodala. Passes to Nunn. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Now the pass to Silva. Back to Nunn. Makes it off the glass. Nunn's got 4 this quarter.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
To the paint. Here's Birch. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for 1 more at the line.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Hill, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And the Magic making a change here as well. Owundu's checked in. Pass to Silva. Back to Nunn. Over Carter Williams. And it's Orlando with the rebound. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. Here's Owundu. Hill pulls it in. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Aminu. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
The Magic have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. Baseline jumper will not go. This is off the front iron. And now the fast break. Hill with the ball. Here's Iguodala. But they get it back.
And, you know, I think they need to send more bodies to the boards at the offensive end. They had a good thing going there in that first half.
They get it again. Birch. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And the Heat making a change here. Heroes checked in. And a switcher also for Orlando. DJ Augustine's checked in for Ennis.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
Owundu, that's good. And so it's Nunn with it. He brings it up for Miami. Right at the free throw line. Leonard kicks to Nunn. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. Here's Hero. That 3 off the mark. The Magic have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Here's Birch. Got a piece of it. Here's Hero. To the middle. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Miami.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Butler.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Tyler Hero. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Miami.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Iguodala with it, just 4 to shoot. Outside Leonard, over Aminu. And it's Leonard missing.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Aminu against Leonard. Aminu, the pass to Awandu. Back to Aminu. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
It actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. And as they gear up for this challenge on the road, a look at the Cavaliers. And let's...
Kevin, thanks.
All right, thank you, David. Look at Cleveland's starting group. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Miami, we've got Jay Crowder. Robinson is out there with Dragic. And there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Adebayo in at the 5 down low. Now, here's Sexton. Back to Love. Drummond passes to Sexton. In transition, here comes Miami. Butler with the ball. The rebound by Kevin Love. Sexton against Robinson. And it's Adebayo with the ball for the Heat. From 18 feet away, it's Drummond with the rebound.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And for players like Andre Drummond, sometimes it's a paradox. Great individual rebounding doesn't always translate into great team rebounding.
That almost sounds, Greg, counterintuitive, right? Because you wonder, is it a lack of boxing out? So if they don't get it, an opponent does. What is clear unequivocally, though, there is more to team success than individual numbers.
Back to Dragic. Takes the 3. A second chance effort. Butler passes to Dragic. Kicks to Butler. Good ball movement here by Miami. Just 5 on the clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. Robinson for 3. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Love the pass to Osman. To the paint. Here's Drummond. Lays it up off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Love. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammate. Sexton is a quality floor general.
Cavaliers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Love the pass to Garland. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
That pass was about the location. Puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
And Robinson wide open. He shoots. No good with the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Love kicks to Drummond. Pass to Osman. Greg, we see defenses continually adjusting. Analytics favoring threes and dunks. Which teams do you think are toughest to score on at the rim?
You know, it's funny that you think defense in today's era, but if you look at the 2 teams that were the best in their respective conferences last season, they're the 2 teams I think protect the rim the best. Milwaukee with Giannis and the Lopez crew, and then obviously AD and LA with the Lakers. Those teams have the versatility on their front line to be able to defend the 3 and also protect the rim.
I think you've nailed it. Here's Dragic after the made shot from Andre Drummond and stolen by Drummond. Here's Osman, defended by Butler. And Drummond kicks to Osman. He dishes it to Love. Pass to Drummond. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. A different look for Miami. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Crowder. Iguodala comes in for Butler. And Hero subbed in for Duncan Robinson. Dragic the pass to Hero. It's 3-pointers off the mark. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Porter dishes to Nance. Back to Porter. Looking for Nance, and he gets it there. Passes it to Windler. On the wing, Nance. He's covered by Iguodala. And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Nance.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Hero. And he's good on the 3 ball.
And how about the court awareness there? Dragic, fantastic job spotting the wide open teammate.
Nance, he drains the quick shot.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Hero passes to Dragic. 27 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And Thompson kicks to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Well, they've decided to give Tristan Thompson a little bit more opportunity to handle the ball, and what a pretty delivery there.
Hero passes to Dragic. Shoots a fader, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 7. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena.
In the gym trying to work about free throw.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
We've got Olynyk, Iguodala out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Dragic, and it's Hero in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Now here's Porter. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Olynyk with the steal. Here's Jones, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good. And so Jones nails both of them. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Out left to the wing. Feeds it to Thompson. There's the dish to Garland. Here's Windler. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Hero, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category. And Larry Nance Jr., son of former NBA great Larry Nance, like his father, Larry Jr. plays well above the rim.
Well, Greg, this is a young guy who can go over you, through you, and when he's airborne, this is one of the scariest players to challenge at the rim.
And there's the pass to Olynyk. From deep. Again, the miss by the Heat. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Now the feed to Garland. Pass to Windler. Dishes it to Thompson. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Jones. And Jones slams it in.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
And the Heat with some changes. Crowder, he's checked in for Iguodala. Butler comes in for Tyler Hero. And it's Duncan Robinson in for Goran Dragic. Drummond finds Sexton. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
This young man loves to play through contact and certainly has the frame to absorb it. Go ahead, young Sexton.
Outside Butler. Olynyk inside, defended by Drummond. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And Miami making a change here. Adebayo's checked in. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And that'll give them a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
Now here's Drummond. Here's Sexton. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pass to Adebayo. Butler on the wing. To the left side wing. Back to Robinson. Outside, Jones. 4 on the clock. Here's Butler. The shot, no good. So Cleveland will take it the other way.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
The shot from the low post is good. Butler's got his first points of the night.
Well, you love Crowder's willingness to distribute the basketball. His vision allows him to set his teammates beautifully.
Porter finds Drummond. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Sexton the pass to Drummond. It's stolen by Adebayo. Butler against Sexton. Butler, no good.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Basket, good. Porter's got his second bucket tonight.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. That doesn't go either for Butler.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Sexton dishes to Drummond. Butler against Porter. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. And it's a 10-point Cavalier lead.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Robinson with it. Now guarded by Porter. Robinson kicks to Butler. Butler missing again. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for Cleveland to the inside. Good on the shot.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Miami's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. It's good.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
It's stolen by Jones. Here's Robinson. No good on the shot. Nice D from Sexton.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Back to Osman. With 4 seconds on the clock. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And the first one drops. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Got it off in time. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Cleveland Cap. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They lead by 11. Shaq. And
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts at maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Garland in at the 1 spot. Cleveland shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
See, I think you have to respect the versatility of Kevin Love, guys. This guy can shoot it from anywhere. He rebounds at a high level. Everything you'd want in a big man in today's NBA, Kevin Love provides. Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Sexton finds Love. Inside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Drummond. Can't cash in from close range. The Heat trail by 16. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Down low. Sexton's shot is good. Sexton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
But they'll get another chance. Adebayo passes to Robinson. Butler against Drummond, and it's Butler missing. The Cavaliers leading by 16. It's Drummond with the drive. Love dishes to Drummond. Great D that time from Adebayo.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
And that one is good. Butler's got 6.
Wow, very close to a potential and one. Butler converting through contact.
Adebayo against Drummond. Love the pass to Drummond. And the shot goes in. 6 points for Andre Drummond.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And for years now, GA, Kevin Love, one of the better outside shooting big men in the game. He can really light it up.
I tell you, when Love gets it going, he is hard to slow down. Great on the catch and shoot. Hard to believe it wasn't a large part of his game until he was established in the NBA.
Now, here's Sexton. He's got 8, and there's the call on Andre Drummond. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Heat. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Butler. And it's Tyler Hero in for Duncan Robinson. Gets the pass to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Don't take your eyes off Bam. When he comes off the floor, he gets up and the slams are just too good to miss. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. A different look for Miami. Olynyk comes in for Bam Adebayo. And Jones subbed in for Jay Crowder. And Cleveland with a change here too. Porter's checked in. There's Dragic with the 3. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Dragic has got his first 3 points of the game. Porter dishes to Thompson. Porter kicks to Garland. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Heat. It's a 10-point game. And it's Dragic off the drive. That one good for 2.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
The Heat have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Iguodala outside. Back to Olynyk. Now here's Dragic. He's guarded closely. Up and in on the layup. Dragic has got 7.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Porter. And he banks in the layup. And the Cavaliers lead by 10.
Well, just quick with the decision-making, smart pass by Darius Garland.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus. Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Gets a hand on it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. Olynyk's got his first 2 points of the night.
You know this, Olynyk has a terrific motor. He's always been a high-energy guy who makes things happen.
Nance, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
And there's the toughness Dragic needs to show. Able to finish in the face of some very tight defense.
Passes it to Windler. Left side Nance from the arc. And that one released in time, but no good. The third quarter comes to a close. Cavaliers on top, up by. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. In the middle, it's Olynyk and Adebayo. Dragic is out there with Hero, and it's Iguodala in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's Dragic. Tristan Thompson picking up that last bucket. No good from Dragic. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Nance outside. There's the pass to Windler. To the middle. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Jay Crowder's checked in for the Heat. Jimmy Butler comes in for Goran Dragic. And then for Cleveland, Drummond's checked in for Nance. Osman comes in for Kevin Porter. And it's Colin Sexton in for Garland. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. The offensive rebound. Windler, the pass to Drummond. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And the Cavaliers lead by 8.
Sweet little jumper from Drummond. He's so competitive.
Doris, what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness. Well, a little show and tell from the Butler. Jimmy giving the fans their money's worth.
Here's Windler. Inside, Crowder with the steal. Here's Butler. Cavaliers with the rebound. Thompson's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Here's Hero. The Cavaliers making the shot.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Butler with the steal. And now Crowder running the floor all by himself.
Well, that's quick hands and a quick mind by Jimmy Butler. Creates the turnover, gets right out in transition.
And Drummond kicks to Osman. Outside, Sexton. To the inside, Thompson. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. The kick out to Crowder. Here's Hero. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Adebayo. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And this is the level of intensity Adebayo brings. He's terrific at channeling that energy on the offensive glass.
The putback, it's good on the putback.
And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
And that one's good. Osman.
Always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
Here's Hero. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
His production has been unbelievable, a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
Here's Windler. He feeds it to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, Thompson's athleticism allows him to finish with power.
In the corner, Iguodala with it. Pass to Hero. 1:15 left to play in the final quarter. Banked in off the glass.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. At one point, they led by 16.
Yeah, stiff defense gives Drummond some trouble on that shot, but he stays cool and gets a trip to the line.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. Goran Dragic is checked in for Andre Iguodala. And the second of two is good. That makes it a 7-point lead. 1:04 left in the fourth quarter.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
You see the offense coming around for Adebayo. Entered the league with raw skills, but he's had the benefit of great coaching.
Here's Osman. And another miss by Cleveland. Here's Butler. Nice D from Sexton. They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession. Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Sexton deciding where to go with it. To the right side. Here's Osman. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. In transition, here comes Miami. Butler with the ball.
Big time bucket by Jimmy Butler. Boy, I'm not sure they've got an answer for him right now, Kev.
There's Garland. And that one drops. Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 16 rebounds.
And how about Drummond's ability to stay calm under pressure? That will always make your